Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Billiard Network, the home of global pool on YouTube. My name is Imran Majid, aka the Maharaja, and I'm going to be hosting today's match. And what an absolutely intriguing affair we have lined up for you. SVB, the 5-time US Open champion, arguably the best player on the planet, takes on an up-and-coming Hungarian player in Oliver Szolnoki. At the tender age of 24, Oliver has come to the IDM club in Bucharest, Romania, to practice with SVB for the World Pool Championship, which was played just 4 days after this practice session. Before we start, I'd like to congratulate Albin Ocean for winning the World Pool Championship. What an amazing feat to win it 2 times. And what a lovely tournament Matchroom Pool put on at the first time of asking during a global pandemic. Oliver breaks off in rack number 1. Lost the cue ball slightly. Hit it to the left-hand side of the rack and actually nearly scratched into the side pocket. But nevertheless has got a nice shot on this one ball to open his account. Oliver is a regular on the Euro Tour. Has got some pretty high finishes over the years. Quite consistent player. I didn't expect that, but that just may be due to early match nerves. I mean, he is playing Shane Van Boening, one of the all-time greats of the game. So it's just natural to have a bit of early nerves. Shane pots the 1. Nice position on the 2. And as you may know, Oliver actually beat Shane in the World Pool Championship. It was in the round of the last 16. Oliver beat Shane with a scoreline of 11-5. And I tell you what, this practice session with Shane actually put him in good stead for that match in the World Pool Championship. He'd already played Shane. He was used to the pressure of Shane, and he handled it very well. And won with quite a convincing scoreline of 11-5. Anyway, Shane makes light work of this rack. Just stop the cue ball right there. SVB sinks the 9. Rack number 2. Shane to break. Nice, hard, solid hit on the 1 ball. Banking his cue ball to the side rail. Got a nice shot on this 1 ball. And the 2 ball's laying nicely as well. So is the 3. I think the key shot of the rack here would be getting from the 3 to the 4. Everything else lays pretty handy. You see how obviously it was a good break and there was a good layout, but Shane just took a few seconds to work out his route, to plan his run out, and he did that in a few seconds. Then he just has to get down and execute, and pretty much knows what to do in the entire rack. He probably has acknowledged that the key shot is coming up now, 3 to 4. Nods his head, doesn't like it, but I'm sure he'll find a plan. Underhit that slightly, Shane did. Wanted to be a little bit more over to the right. Nevertheless, he's got a thin cut shot, and it shouldn't be a problem. Needs his cue ball to bounce a bit. He's got to stay down on this ball. It's by no means an easy shot. Got to give it respect. And there you see it. An unexpected miss by Shane. But those shots are missable. He's only human. Oliver jumps to the table. Just need to make this 5 ball, ideally, and maintain an angle on the 6 ball. So, centre ball striking, stunning into the rail. Got a nice angle to float down for the 7. Cue ball should be central here. Maybe half a tip of left-hand spin here. Okay, he's stunning it using 2 rails. That's probably a better choice coming into the line of the shot. Oliver sinks the 9 ball to level up and 1 apiece. Rack number 3, Oliver to break. Uh-oh, looks like a dry one to me. You don't want to be coming up dry against Captain America. So we probably got a feel for Shane losing to Oliver in the last 16 of the World Pool Championship just a couple of days ago. Obviously, Shane was desperate to win the World Championship, has been close on a couple of occasions. Once he lost to Copenhagen, another time to Albin Ocean in the final of the World Pool Championships. Oliver electing to push out, was snookered on the 1. I do apologize for the sirens in the background. Shane just checking out this combination on the 1 and 3. Is there any value in taking it on? It's an off-angle combination, so he's going to lose his cue ball unless he finds a way to get position on the 1 ball afterwards. So ideally, when you're shooting a combination, you're trying to control the object ball and the cue ball at the same time. Nice shot. At least he made the combination and has another turn at the table. There's not much else Shane could do there, really. He's probably trying to figure out a good safety now. I'm not sure if Shane knows much about Oliver, but he's here in the IDM club, just taking on players for practice. Okay, we're trying to use the 9 and 7 as blockers. Just overhit that slightly. Gives Oliver a chance to reply with a better safety. It really was an amazing feat for Oliver to beat Shane at the Whirlpool Championship. Oliver beat Alexa Pesel 11-2 in the last 32 before he played Shane. And Pesel is a very good player as well, so probably came into that match with some confidence. And boy, did he prove that. He beat Shane with a scoreline of 11-5. Shane, on the other hand, before he played Oliver, beat Pijas Dubutis, who's another good player from Europe, scoreline of 11-4. Shane's got a cut into the side pocket with this 2-ball. Has to manufacture position for the 4-ball. And because I think he knew his cue ball was tracking towards the 5-ball, he wasn't quite confident on the shot, or maybe took his eye off the ball there. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Shane took his eye off the 2-ball there, causing the miss. Oliver using a kicking system here to try and kick this 2-ball safe, or even pot it in the side pocket. Oh, and he missed the ball completely. See, that's the problem sometimes when you use a system. Not all tables play the same. And the cushions react in a different way, and not all systems can be deemed as consistent, should I say. Nice shot to play the 5 in the side. It looks like he's going to play a 7-9 combination to finish off the rack. He just wants to work out where he's going to make the 6-ball. Yeah, pretty intelligent shot. Can just roll the 6-ball through now. Play the 7-9 combo. He wanted to be a little bit straighter on it so he could be close to the combination. Could even bank it into the side pocket and roll through if he likes. But I think he's going to make it into the side pocket. Maybe looks like he's winding up for putting a stroke on this. And he tried to attack that cluster, 7-9. Didn't work out great because he bumped the 8-ball. Now he's out of position. What's he doing? Is he cross-banking the 7 and trying to carom the 9 in as well? Yep, exactly that. Wow, what a great shot. 2 in 1. Rack number 4, SVB to break. That really was a good two-way shot in the last rack, banking the ball into the side, making the carom on the 9. And he gets his reward to break off in rack number 4. Doesn't look like the 1 goes past the 4-ball. Okay, another clever shot. Two-way shot again. I must say, Shane is an absolute master of two-way and three-way shots. He sees them so quickly and executes them perfectly. Very, very intelligent player, Shane Van Boening. Eats a lot of fish, as we may know. Does a lot of fishing. Fish oil is always good for you. Omega-3s and all that kind of stuff. I've been to a restaurant with Shane once and he ordered fish. Whenever I see him eating, he's eating fish. Nearly snookered himself behind 6-ball. Probably got to play this with some low right now and come round the 9-ball 2 rails back into the middle of the table for position on the 6. Has overdone that. Shane looks away in disgust, absolute disgust. He doesn't know what happened. Maybe got a funny bounce or too much side spin on the cue ball. One of the two. IDM club in Bucharest, one of the best clubs in Europe, if not the world. Great setup with some nice equipment. That's a great kick shot. He actually played that, and what a great speed too. Awesome kick shot by Shane Van Boening. Now, I know Oliver's used to playing top players. Not sure if he's used to playing Shane Van Boening. Nice shot. Just overdone it slightly. However, contains the situation. Not exactly sure what they're playing for, if they're playing for a little something or is it just for practice. But top players always like to play for a little something just to make them concentrate and give them incentive to play well. Nice bank shot straight into the side. Obviously, it's always a good idea to emulate tournament conditions and have a little pressure on it. What a great shot. Centre ball striking that was. No need for any English there. Just makes the pot harder. That was a nice pure stroke. Captain America sinks the 9. Takes a 3-1 lead. And he breaks off in rack number 5. Crunches them this time. A lot of a more full hit on the 1 ball. And it dresses up nicely over the corner. It's looking ominous for Oliver. Center table position here. Touch of right hand spin on that cue ball. There's no real obvious pocket for the 3 ball here. So Shane's just working out his plan of attack. I got back from the World Pool Championship a little while ago, and what an amazing tournament it was. Hats off to Emily Fraser and the Matchroom team, putting on a great show of the World Pool Championship. Excellent production. Everything was like clockwork. And all this during a pandemic. Just centre ball striking here. No need for any English. Maybe he used a touch of right there to miss the 6 ball. Can draw this back for the corner or the side. Couldn't quite see his exact angle there. Let's roll forward a little bit or stun it. Yeah, Shane doesn't like to roll balls very much. He's more of a puncher. Nice and straight on the 8 to get position for the 9. Shane pots to 9. 4-1 to Captain America. Rack number 6. Shane to break. Hard cut break there. Cue ball central. Wow, how do you like this table? Oh, the 8 ball has gone a little bit funny. Just near the jaw of the side pocket. Needs to punch this round or can play with inside spin to get position on the 3. That was preference really. Shane looks away in disgust again. This bottom short rail has caught him out twice already in this particular set. He should make a mental note of that and hit the ball harder into that rail next time. He's probably going to slice this in. That's well within Shane's compass. Probably used a touch of outside spin there to help make the pot. Didn't land great on the 4 ball. It's got a back cut and it's tough to hold for the 5 ball. But if anyone can, Shane can. Does he let his stroke go or does he play it slowly? He played it slowly and just took a medium distance shot on the 5 ball. Intelligent play again. In that particular situation, a lot of the time he would have let his stroke go, but I think the 7 was a big ball coming round 3 or 4 rails for position on the 5. That's why he opted for the shot he played. He's overhit this slightly. Wanted to be a lot straighter on this ball. He wanted the natural tangent line of the cue ball to track towards the right hand side long rail for position on the 8. Now he's got to put a little something on this shot. I don't know if he's got enough angle to draw off the left hand long rail and spin back over to the right hand side of the table. It looks like that's what he's going to do. Yes, and what a great stroke he put on that shot. Nice pure stroke. And perfectly positioned on the 8 ball. If he was completely straight on the 8 ball, it would have been a harder shot. But it landed perfectly. SVB not messing around. Takes a 5-1 lead. Rack number 7. Shane's brake is working. He's oiled his engine. All the parts of his body seem to be in sync, coming together now. Nice shot on the 1 ball. 2's laying handy. He's already decided to take a cut shot on the 2 to get to the 3 on the other side of the table. He's got plenty of angle here, so it looks like a little bit of high right on the cue ball. Probably played 2 rails, short rail, then the other short rail by the 3 ball. Maybe 1 o'clock on the cue ball here. There you see the English taking effect. Nicely done. Shane is very good at those shots. He's very good at moving the cue ball around the table, and when he has to use 2 rails coming up and down the table, he judges that shot most of the time to perfection. That was a straight draw on that ball. No need for any English. Is he going to spin round 3 rails here? Looks like it. Okay, takes a more conservative approach, which is probably the better option. As they say, why play position when you already have it? So, caught me out there. Played a better shot than I would have. Looks like these short rails are catching him out. He's got to work on his speed control. Anyway, he looks like he's in cruise control. A little bit of left-hand spin to throw this 9 in. Just helps to throw the ball in when using spin. Rack number 8. SVB putting on a show. Productive break. Ooh, I thought he was going to scratch. Nearly. He did control his cue ball well. It was kicked towards that side pocket, so we can forgive him for that. Little does Shane know that in a few days' time, this particular player is going to beat him in the last 16 of the World Pool Championship. Another intelligent shot. It was 2-way. If he made the bank on the 1, he would have had shape on the 2 in the side pocket. Also used the 5 ball as a blocker, just in case the 1 ball hung up in the pocket. I think we all need to go fishing and eat some more fish like Shane. Maybe we'll start to play like him. Who knows? I might try it. Wifey, can you order me some fish and chips, please? Thank you. Okay, there you go. That's my dinner sorted. Nice shot by Oliver. Snookering Shane. Shane will probably have to go airborne here. Does he play to make it or play to get safe? I don't think he played to make it. I think he played to bank it back in the pocket where he was standing and trying to leave a good cue ball. He did get a pretty good cue ball. There is some distance on this shot. So now we can see Oliver looked a bit nervous in rack number 1. That's understandable. Is he going for it? Looks like it to me. Nice shot. The kid's a shot maker, all right. Don't worry about that. Has got an unorthodox style of playing. I wouldn't say it's textbook. Gets very low on the cue. And I don't think he puts his cue directly under his chin. Looks like it's a little bit to the side. float this round 2 rails. Top left hand spin on the cue ball, maybe 11 o'clock. Want it to be a little bit straighter ideally, so you could draw straight back for the 6 ball. Looks like it's laying a little bit funny here. Might have to go around the rails. Okay, he was good, yeah. He was actually perfect. He's hit that shot really nicely. Just can follow through to play the 7 in the same pocket. Can be a little bit deceiving on the monitor sometimes. There you see it, chin on the cue. It's very low, almost snooker-esque. The kid's got pedigree, don't worry about that. Has beaten Shane van Boening 11-5 in the last 16 of the World Pool Championship. Little did he know he was actually going to play Shane in the tournament. Nice, easy shot on the 9 to reduce the deficit to 6-2. Rack number 9, Oliver Szolnoki to smash him. Yeah, that's Oliver's Euro style break. When he plays on the Euro Tour, he has got a very good break, and that's the kind of break he uses. And it is very productive. Usually makes the 1 ball in the side and keeps his cue ball central. It's like a medium to high power break using outside spin. And from what I've seen over the years, he breaks very well on the Euro Tour. And 9 ball is all about the break shot, really. Okay, used a little bit of inside spin there to get away from the 7 to maintain a shot on the 3 ball. Now this is a pretty open rack. He's just got to keep his wits about himself. He is playing Shane. He is naturally going to be under a little bit of pressure. He just wants to concentrate on his technique and the process at hand. Not have any external thoughts about your opponent. Just try and stay in the now. Quite a long bridge, short feathers. That'll do. Getting from the 6 to the 7 is key in this rack now. Looks like he can just draw back and play the 7 in the side. Probably 5 o'clock on the cue ball here. Stun into the long rail. Let the spin take effect. There you see it. Nicely done. Perfectly played. So the kid can play. He's not too rushed around the table. He's methodical. Looks like he's got a solid pre-shot routine. Oliver takes down rack number 9. 6-3 now. Rack number 10, Oliver to break. Hard stun with left-hand spin. Try and get his cue ball central. Looks like he hit them a little bit too thin there. Has he made a ball? Yes, 7 ball saves the day for Oliver. Okay, they must be playing the 3-point rule in this particular set, because Oliver did make a ball, but didn't make 3 points, and Shane is back at the table. So that to me suggests they're playing this 3-point rule. And the 3-point rule did not take effect in the Whirlpool Championship. Nice shot, needs to miss this traffic. Uh-oh, snookered on the 6 ball, on the 2 ball. Shane is going to walk back to his chair and get his jump cue, you would imagine. Just wants to assess his horrible shot for a little bit longer before going to get his jump cue. There it is. It's going to go airborne. It's all about getting position on the 3. He's got to watch that top corner pocket as well. Needs to put a little something on this jump. A little bit of draw. Obviously, you know that when playing jump shots, you can actually play position. You can play with top spin, side spin, with draw. It's a little bit harder to execute than normal shots, but it can be done, as a lot of you may know. Okay, doesn't like it. Doesn't like the jump for some reason. He's going to kick this 1 rail. Got to play it quite hard if he wants position on the 3. Okay, it was a good hit, but didn't quite get the potting point. Quite get the potting angle on the 2 ball. Has had a pretty good result though. That's a good lead for Shane. What do you do here if you're Oliver? Looks like the cue ball may not scratch into the side pocket, but you won't get position on the 3 if you make it into the corner. I don't think that's a wise shot. Not many other safeties on offer either. He can play to bank it just past the side pocket and get his cue ball down this end of the table, maybe the cue ball, the 2 ball towards the 5. I don't see too many options here. Needs to get some kind of separation. I know that. Yeah, towards the 5, cue ball back down the table. Uh-oh, that's rather unfortunate. Yeah, he couldn't legislate for that. He was in a tough position. Shane jumps out of the chair like a tuna fish. Gets ready to run these out. Key shot for me here is 5 to 6. It's a little stun shot. Get closer to your work. Okay, looks like he's got a follow angle. 1 o'clock on the cue ball, or does he like to draw? Okay, he's drawing. Catches me out again. I like following that. Cue ball central of the table, and you can play a 2-rail positional shot to get on the 6. I like my shot better than Shane's in this particular moment. Who agrees with me? See, now he's got to put a stroke on it. He's got to draw, side spin. There you see him hitting bottom left on the cue ball, which causes the miss. So I must be right. Yeah, could have left a half ball shot, 2-rail positional shot on the 5. Could just float that in with some outside spin. Nice and easy. Although Shane's a great player, does he always play the correct shot? I mean, he does 9 times out of 10, but you know, everyone's got their own language on the pool table. They do sometimes whatever feels best for them. 5 ball behind the 8, cue ball behind the 6-9. Okay, he's playing a thin one. Didn't get there. Wanted another roll on the cue ball there. Gives Shane an opportunity to play safety or even a 2-way shot. Cross corner, bank and leave the cue ball hop behind the 6 was an option. Nicely executed though. Don't think Oliver can get his jump cue out for this one. Has to kick at this. Yeah, that side looks the favourable to me. Looks like to get his angle from the right hand side, he needs to use a little bit of masse or a swerve. Not sure if there's a gap presenting itself between the 8 and 9 to use the left hand side lock rail. But he's working it out now. Jump kick, is that what he's measuring up? Looks like to me he's got a jack up and you put a bit of a swerve on Whitey here. Delicate shot, not easy to calculate. Results in a ball in hand. That was the kind of shot I was talking about, to get position on the 6. Anyway, high right on the cue ball, high left on the cue ball here. That'll work nicely. Shane looking to extend his advantage to 7-3. Oliver got his work cut out. Rack number 11, Shane Van Boening to break. One good point I must make is that because Oliver played Shane in this particular match, he was kind of ready for Shane in the Whirlpool Championship. Not ready, but more at ease when playing him, if you like. Hence the results again. 11-5 to the Hungarian. Nice break. It's got a nice opener on the 1 ball. Doesn't have to do anything flamboyant with the cue ball here. Why play position when you have it? Settles for a shot on the 2. Cue ball naturally travels down table for the 3 in the side pocket. Probably use 2 rails here to let his stroke go and not put a tentative stroke on it. That way you can use more of a full stroke rather than a half or 3/4 stroke. Plays it nicely. 4 in the side 2. Nice controlled stun shot. He'll use the bottom rail again, the short rail. Might need a touch of inside here. 4 o'clock on the cue ball. Straighten the cue ball up. There you see the spin taking effect. Didn't really want to be absolutely straight on this 6. Wanted to get closer to his 7 ball. Might have to just accept a longer shot on the 7. He punched it in, cheated a little bit of the pocket, used a bit of stun as well. He did have a little bit of angle, was a bit deceiving on the monitor. Anyway, he's in prime position. Maintaining angle on the 8 ball. Okay, used a little bit of left-hand spin there. I wasn't sure whether he was going to use left or right. It was preference again. He used maybe 11 o'clock on the cue ball there. This straight top makes the 9 for a commanding lead, 8-3 to SVB. Rack number 12. Shane's coasting along very nicely. Lovely break. He's got a lovely shot on the 1 ball in the side pocket. 2's laying nicely. Easy peasy Japanesey. It's nice to see Matchroom having the World Pool Championship back. Previously was in Qatar for the last few years, and I have to say Matchroom have took it to another level. Some new innovative ideas from the Matchroom World Pool Series team. It is now called Matchroom Pool Series. Matchroom Pool Series rather than Matchroom Multisport, which was the name before. So they're concentrating on pool, which is a good sign. Nice stroke on that ball. Nice position on the 4. Jacks up slightly to maintain position on the 5. Going into the long rail. It's 11 o'clock on the cue ball here. Get closer to the 6 ball. Little bounce. There you see Shane willing the cue ball to bounce. He didn't want his cue ball on the rail. Would have made it quite an ugly shot, but he's in prime position to take down this set. He is on the hill, and this is pretty good. Didn't want to be straight. That's why you see him frowning. Straight draw on the cue ball. Lets his stroke go again. Shane's one of the best at doing that. And I've got to say, Shane's played pretty good in this match. Very well, actually. Has broke well. And wins. Shane takes it down. Pots the 9. Score was 9-3. Good effort by Oliver Szolnoki. Don't worry, you will beat him in a few days' time in the World Pool Championship in the last 16. So no need to be annoyed or stressed out. Thanks for watching, guys. They are going to play another set, and I believe the Pearl from our Billiard Network commentary team will be showing that one. Ciao for now, guys.